today we have with us Deepak from GreenPod Labs, and I won't do the introductions here. I'll just ask him to take over. So, Deepak, tell us about you and about GreenPod Labs.
Definitely, yeah. Thanks, Muskin. Thanks for inviting us. So myself, Deepak, CEO of GreenPod Labs. GreenPod Labs, primary, we are a agri-tech startup focused on minimizing food wastage and food losses in India. The product what we're developing is like an active packaging, which extends the shelf life of fruits and vegetables during transport and storage, and that's how we minimize food losses. So we are a biotech company, and so we are about a year and a half old. Before this, I was in US working as a food scientist. Moved back from US to India to start this company.
That's wonderful, Deepak. So, Deepak, what is the problem that GreenPod Labs seeks to solve in the ecosystem as of now?
Sure. So just a couple of statistics, right? So India is the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables. Year on year, our production volume is increasing multifold. But on the other hand, we have a leaky bucket. So in a way of like our losses are about 40% before it reaches consumer. So out of like 10 kgs, like 4 kgs of any fruit is like lost before it reaches consumer. That's a massive problem. And the economic losses from that is like $12 billion every year from India alone. Apart from this economic losses and food losses, the environmental damage is way more higher. The greenhouse gas emission emitted from the food waste and food losses accounts for like third largest producer. So the massive problem what we're trying to solve, and first step what we're doing is if we can extend the shelf life of fruits and vegetables, we can minimize the losses by which like we can minimize other consequences.
That's lovely to hear, to say the very least. So, Deepak, what was your pitch pose before Tanseed? Like, how did that change over the boot camps that you had, and what changed within GreenPod Labs after that?
Yeah, no, I think Tanseed did give us a lot of focus on the storytelling, and that was helpful. We had a clear cut product, we had a clear cut problem what we were solving, but having a story arc is something was interesting to understand. That was one of the lessons what we got. Apart from that, the overall journey of like working with the Tanseed team and understanding what's their requirement, how they're looking at, that was very fascinating. And our primary focus for like Tamil Nadu and India, supporting farmers and ecosystem in Tamil Nadu and India was something they felt more pleasing. So that was a conversation. So Tanseed journey helped us like structure our storytelling better. I think that's what I would say.
Deepak, I understand that storytelling has been a really important takeaway from your journey at Tanseed, right? So, how important do you think storytelling is for a startup, and why should startups concentrate more on storytelling?
Yeah, no, great question. Right? So storytelling, it's primary like intention. Everyone is to join a startup, or so you keep on doing storytelling on every end. So you go with storytelling with the customers. You need to be a good storyteller for your employees. You need to be a good storyteller for investors. Every segment of your business, you need to be a good storyteller to buy into your vision. So early stage of companies, I tell my startups like team all the time, like, are you just trying to increase your odds of success? So to increase your odds of success during your early stage, the only thing what you have is your vision. So in a compelling way, expressing your vision is what is going to pull people into your game. So storytelling is very critical to bring the right set of people, and like have a clarity around what you're going towards. So storytelling cannot be like an abstract storytelling. For a startup, storytelling should stem from a depth of understanding of the market or problem or anything. So like the golden circle, why, how, and what, that has to be very strong to have an effective storytelling. So that's what I feel is very critical for startups. That to early stage startups.
That's fascinating. Apart from all of these, apart from storytelling, product, the solution that you offer, and all of these, what are the top three takeaways that an entrepreneur would have to keep in mind? Like the top three things that an entrepreneur has to keep in mind in your particular industry to excel in that particular industry.
Sure, sure. I think the curiosity is one skill set which is like undermined a lot. Being curious about the problem you're solving, solution, and how you're approaching every end, that's very critical. The second skill, what we internally talk about, customer centered. So the product or solution has to be customer centered. You cannot just like understand from exterior point of view and then develop that. And the third skill, what we talk about quite a lot in Greenfall Labs, and I express it out as well. It's called first principle thinking. So first principle thinking is boiling everything to a basic founding block, and then building on top of that. So these three, I would say, is very critical for any entrepreneur. And on top of that, leadership, team management, and those things are also very critical. But these three are which can separate you from other lot of performers.
I'm actually taking notes right now because this is something that I feel that from the student perspective, it is something that is very important, right? Because if you're not curious and if you don't have a founding base, nothing can happen, right? So it's really nice to have people iterate on
Yeah,
such things. One last question before we wrap up. uh,
sure.
what is the one advice that you would give to fellow entrepreneurs in your industry before pitching to bigger people and bigger names? What is that one advice you would give to your entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I think for entrepreneurs, clearly articulating your vision and clearly articulating how you're approaching that vision is very critical. And I think that one skill set is needed when you talk with any investors or anyone outside. So I think the articulation of your vision and how you're approaching your vision, I think that's one thing what I would suggest everyone to learn and build themselves. I say evolving step. It's not a single step achievement. So it has to be evolving. Yeah, that's one thing I would suggest everyone.